What's going on, everybody? Toby1 Shinobi here, and today I'm teaching you how to counter the Typhoon blade in Fortnite. Now, I am here with my friend Calixta, fellow Shinobi Clan member and moderator. Thank you so much for helping us out, Calixta. Really appreciate it.
No worries.
We are on the Shinobi FFA map, if you're wondering. Also have the Shinobi Zero Build Mastery map, which I highly recommend for practicing a lot of the stuff that I show you today. Map code on screen. All right, so there are 4 basic ways to counter the Typhoon blade in Fortnite, and we're gonna go through each one by one. You're honestly gonna be pretty dang surprised on how easy it is to counter this blade. The same thing you've had so much trouble countering before. So, number 1, the easiest way to counter it is standing still. Standing still and using an assault rifle, standing still using an SMG. Don't move. If you have full health, they have full health. If you just stand still and spam an assault rifle at them and aim a little bit to the left, you will eliminate them before they eliminate you. Now, granted, this is if you have 250 HP in Zero Build and someone's just spamming you with that flurry attack. Now, if they use one of these where they smash down on you and then they do the attack, it might not work out. Go ahead and try that on me. Just basically slam attack me and then just... So she might end up killing me. Oh! Didn't end up killing me before I eliminated her. So, you know, you can still get away with eliminating someone even when they do a slam attack followed by a flurry on you, because it takes a little bit of time to start that flurry up. And if you have a Fury assault rifle, it's even more effective at killing them at close range because it has higher DPS. Same with an SMG. Now, a major note to the Typhoon blade, fighting the Typhoon blade, never try to use a pump shotgun against somebody that's spamming a Typhoon blade. And here's why. They're gonna start spamming this thing, right? And they do all these crazy animations where they're ducking, dipping, diving, dodging, ducking, dipping, diving, whatever. You know, it's really hard to hit them with a single pump shotgun, especially land a good pump shot. And if you miss, you basically have a full half second to a second where you're like trying to shoot the next shot and they're just spamming you with the blade and you might miss the next. So highly encourage you to only use an AR or the auto shotty. The auto shotty is really good with dealing with blade users as well. So the first strat is just stand still, aim a little to the left, and it's honestly really easy. As long as you don't move around, they're not going to do all that crazy dodging animation that people do when they're trying to hit you, right? Most people just hold down the trigger and come right at you like this, and when they do that, it locks onto you, it magnetizes, and it puts them on the left side of your body the whole time. Oh, sorry. And yeah, the key is just don't move, and then they're just gonna get locked to your left side, and you just aim a little bit to your left and eliminate them nice and easy. All right, now the next best way to eliminate the Typhoon blade, and honestly, this is the one I recommend 99% of the time, is just to use distance. So go ahead and come at me like most blade users would, right? And then we just back up. And now they're stuck in this animation. We're sliding. We're getting distance, and we're landing into a slide. So if you have a blade and you land into a slide like this, it keeps you distance from them and they can't hit you with their attacks. Now, they can hit you with a 14-meter charge attack, so if she does the alternate attack from this distance right here, she can hit me. So you don't want to get within this range. That 14-meter distance is where they can hit you with one of these, which is absolutely crazy. So you always want to stay that far out. So when you see a person pull out a blade, you just need to leave. Immediately get distance, land into a slide and open space if you can, and just gun them down. Because in most cases, they're just going to keep the blade out and they're going to keep running at you brainlessly. Honestly, I mean no disrespect, but most people that are using the Typhoon blade as their main weapon are pretty mindless when using it. They've gotten so used to using it that they forgot how to use guns, and they just spam blade attacks over and over again. And if you start using guns at medium range from them and keeping distance, they have a really hard time doing anything at all to you. So most fights you'll win without taking any damage whatsoever. So this works with shockwaves. You basically need to have mobility in your inventory. It works with shockwaves, works with the Typhoon blade, it works with the Void Oni mask even. If you just throw it out early and recognize that they're pushing you and get distance, all that stuff works. So go ahead and run towards me again, Calixta. So we see her coming at me, I throw a shockwave, and I just get distance. Oh, here she comes again. And then we just gun her down as she runs in a straight line towards us, because that's generally what they do. Now, some blade users are smarter than others. Now, it might not always be that easy with a shockwave because you might throw them off a cliff or something like that, but at least gets them away from you and makes the fight generally pretty safe. Now, if you have a Typhoon blade, this is honestly the absolute best counter to the Typhoon blade, is to use the Typhoon blade to create distance. Don't try to attack a blade user with a Typhoon blade. It's just not worth it. You're both going to take massive damage. One of you is going to die. The other person's probably going to die as well because they're going to get third-partied with no health. So never take a sword fight, no matter how tempting it is. All right. So the Typhoon blade user comes at you. They've got their blade out. You can see it coming, right? So we see it coming. Go ahead and attack me. She's coming at me with a blade. That's never a good thing. We back up, we do a double dash, and we land into a slide. It's that easy. And it literally works like 95% of the time. I swear. I love when people try to attack me with a blade because it never works. It almost never works. The only time it works is when they open with that heavy attack. So that's the one you got to stay away from. And that's why you always got to keep them 15 meters away from you, or 14 meters. So if you see them coming at you right now, you just got to back up already. Land into a slide. You do the double dash. So all you do is you enter a sprint, and then you jump. And you need to get really good at practicing that. And I highly encourage you to use my Shinobi Zero Build Mastery course. Go to Aim Island and practice this move. Hit the sprint, and then jump twice instantly. So sprint, jump. Sprint, jump. It's that easy. So someone comes at you, you pull out the blade, sprint, jump. That's all you have to do. And then land into a slide is really helpful too, because that gives you the distance. Now you can aim down sights while you're moving and spray at them while they're just trying to chase you down and close that gap, which is not going to happen because they're not going to be moving as fast as you, or you'll keep the same distance. They're not going to be able to close the gap. So if you're fairly healthy, the Typhoon blade actually doesn't do that much damage per second, as we showed you earlier, where an AR actually beats it. The funny thing about the blade is that when they start spam attacking you, they're actually not doing that much damage to you. They do like 30 damage per hit, so as long as you can get out of that flurry fairly soon, go ahead, start attacking me. I have my shotgun out, right? I miss a shot, I'm out. Just play calm, back up, and it's very easy. And just keep backing up. Even if you want to double spam, you know, like this, and then get lots of space as they try to chase you, that's fine as well. All you need to do is create enough space where they're not going to hit you with that right-click attack, or they're going to flurry attack you. So shockwaves, blades, mobility mass, there's so much mobility in the game that you can create distance very easily. And then just keep the 15-meter distance and you'll be fine. Really quick, if you're enjoying this video, please consider smashing that like button and using code TobyWanShinobi in your Fortnite item shop. Thank you, my friend. Now, the third way to beat the Typhoon blade, which is also laughably easy, is just elevation. The only asterisk to this is if they right-click you, they can hit you on higher elevations, but if they're just flurry attacking you, go ahead and click, start flurry attacking me. They literally can't do anything unless they come up. So then they come up, right? Go up, come up here, and we just go back down. They go down, we go up. They go up, we go down, and it's incredibly easy to fight these players if they're just flurry spam attacking, right? I'm not even like trying to fight her right now. So literally all you have to do is climb up something that is 5 meters or taller, and then just keep shooting your gun, and then just jump up, jump down, jump up, jump down. Go ahead and spam blade on me. I'll just use my AR the whole time. I'll show you how easy it is to fight these players. So they jump up, you go down. She has to jump up now. And honestly, they just don't really know what to do most of the time because they just can't hit you, and it's incredibly easy. It's almost laughable. Like, go ahead. Yeah. It's just, I've done it many times on stream. People have laughed at it because you just find a single wall and they're chasing you and they're like, oh, I've got him dead. And then you just climb up and down a wall and shoot them repeatedly, and it's very, very easy. Another way to change elevation quickly is with a blade itself or shockwaves. You can shockwave up, right, and they can't hit you if you're just above them doing this sort of thing. Then just spam your AR down on them and try to do as much damage as you can like this. You know, 105 pretty quick. Or you use a Typhoon blade itself to get above them like this, so they can't get you. And if you know how to volley shot like this, where you're jumping up in the air and taking these shots, it becomes a pretty simple fight as well. They're not going to be able to hit you. So if you need to get out of danger quick, just pull out that blade, sprint jump. And you really, really got to master this trick. Sprint, pulling out the blade, and then doing a sprint jump immediately. Preferably a sprint double jump and getting some distance, landing into a slide, aiming down sights, and shooting. So elevation's your friend. But again, the big asterisk on this is that right-click attack. Go ahead and get up on top of a building. They can aim at you. If they jump up like this, right, and they get height, they can do one of these. and that's where it can really hit you for 90 damage. Is pretty crazy. So you got to try to break line of sight as well if you can. If they use that attack, right, they have a 9-second cooldown before they can do it again. So if they use that attack and they miss or they hit you, you still have 9 seconds to eliminate them while they try to hit you while you jump up and down over and over again, like drop up and down. So go ahead and try to right click me, Calixta, or charge attack. So we go behind cover. Okay, now we know she's out of that charge attack, and it's a super simple fight. She's just gonna try to blade spam me, that's fine. And yeah, and you don't have to do it that easy. Like, you can keep climbing up to different heights to make it a little bit harder, so they have to keep jumping up and jumping down higher and higher. And but honestly, just 5 meters plus will work. So one thing to note about this charge attack and the sword in general is that they can hit you off a high ground and you will take fall damage. So if she does a charge attack to me, go ahead and charge attack me. The only way to save yourself is to do a slam attack like this. So that is your primary fire button. Just do that and you will save yourself from fall damage. But it does not work if you do a right click. So keep that in mind. If somebody knocks you off height, go ahead and knock me off height again. And I do one of these. This does not save you from fall damage and you will die. So just keep that in mind. All right, and the fourth way to easily counter the Typhoon Blade is to use a vehicle. Vehicles are extremely effective at this because you have to have line of sight on someone to hit them with the Typhoon Blade. So if I have this Cybertruck, which I am not the owner of, just to be clear, this is Calixta, okay? Don't put that on me. So if she's pushing me, right, and I'm driving this truck around, she's gonna have a really hard time doing anything with that blade. We just get back in the car and we drive away from her, keep that nice distance, park it, and we move again. I can't drive this for some reason. It broke. The car broke. See? Cybertrucks, bro. Teslas are great. Cybertrucks, not so much. I don't know. Okay, so, like we were saying, if you have a vehicle, this is not mine as well, okay? Just to be clear, this is not my car. Nah, this is actually great. All right, so if you have a car, right, you just keep distance. You park it, you take some shots, and then you drive again. And they'll just probably chase you mindlessly. Park it, shoot, drive again. It's pretty boring, pretty easy, just like all counters to the Typhoon Blade. It's dumb, simple dumb, stupid, but it works. So, that easy. Okay, we can kill her at this point. If they hop in your car, not a big deal. Just park the car, and they're probably going to try to spam you with the blade. Go ahead, spam me with the blade like most do. And you just stay away from them. Keep the car between you and them. You can get in it. You can get out of it. You can switch seats to the other side, right? The one danger is if they right-click you, go ahead and do a charge attack on me, and they're aiming at you right at the window, they can hit you through the window. So go ahead and get in the window, or get in the car, Calixta. So she's in there and I do this, I can actually hit her as long as I'm aimed right on her and that blade is even at the proper height, which is really important for the charge attack if you're wondering. If you want to learn all the mastery of the Typhoon Blade, watch my Master the Typhoon Blade video. Highly recommend it. You'll learn things you didn't know for sure in that video. So the Typhoon Blade has an arc that is basically like a horizontal sweep. So if you are not aiming on the enemy at that horizontal level, you will not hit them. So if somebody's on this rock at the top of it and I do this, I'm actually going to miss them because I'm not hitting their feet, their body, their head. I'm aiming below them. So as you can see, that little like top line, that top horizontal line of your reticle is actually where the sweep of the blade goes. So if you get that sweep on the driver window, you actually hit them, or even the passenger window. So that's what you got to be careful of. That's the only attack that can hit you when you're inside of a car. Other than that, they can't do anything to you with the blade when you're in a car. So here we go. Calixta, go ahead and try to attack me with the blade. Anything you want to do, just do it. When you're in a car, you can almost just bait them around to running out of all their stamina by doing this, where you just drive around in circles as well. Get them nice and tired, get them out of their stamina, and then you can go ahead and park your car far away from them. Now they're stuck out in the open without stamina. They're a very easy elimination. So that's basically the gist of it. If someone's in a car, it's pretty much nothing you can do to hit them with a Typhoon blade unless you right-click attack like this. And even then, you have to be in the air and you have to be aiming on the right level, so it's pretty hard to do. So cars are an excellent counter to the Typhoon blade. If you keep a car on you at all times in Zero Build, you should be fine. All right, y'all, that is it. Just to recap, the 4 ways to counter the Typhoon blade are: 1, just standing still and spamming the AR against players. Go ahead. You just win, right? You just stand still and shoot your AR, you're gonna win as long as you have good health. The next way to beat blade users is just change your elevation over and over again. Just climb up, get down, climb up, get down, and just spam your AR, your shotgun at them, and you're gonna win that fight pretty dang easily. You just have to avoid that right click like this. That's the one you gotta avoid by putting something in front of you. So if you put any object between yourself and the enemy with the sword, you'll be fine. If they try to charge attack you, it will not hit you. Any object at all. So that's kind of the key. Anytime you do these elevation changes, try to put like the roof between you and the player, or try to get some object between you and the player so that they can't hit you like that. And then just jump up and down over and over again. And the 4th way to counter it is just by getting in a car. Blade users can't do anything against cars, and if they try to get in your car, the trick is to not use a blade on them. So if they get in your car, right, and they start fighting you and they don't know the pickaxe trick, which she does, you just start headshotting. You get out with your AR and you aim head level. They have to switch to either the driver or the passenger. This is almost always a free 100 damage. They start going for the pickaxe, you just aim head level, hold down your trigger with an AR, and it honestly makes most fights very easy. You'll see me do it a lot of times on stream. People who steal my car, I almost enjoy them stealing my car because they get in that passenger seat or that driver's seat and they're locked in, and it's just head level shots. Alright guys, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please leave a thumbs up on it. It really helps me out. And consider using code Toby1Shinobi in your Fortnite item shop. Helps me and my family more than you'll ever know. Have yourself a wonderful day. Shinobi out.